This time it's a different kind of pizza. I'll talk about it in a minute. James is going to talk about that.
Contract in America.
And
the mafia murder of President John F. Kennedy.
I'm going to read a poem first, and then we'll see how James likes that pizza. It's a little bit different. So this poem's called Life Students. It didn't work out very well. So I look at all of life as teaching me. I try to learn from everything I see, not only men, but all of nature too, and that way I will grow quite naturally. I do get down about the things I knew and lost, but I can always just review. Although I've lost some things, there's much I know. I've gained so many things and lost so few. I learn each time I watch the flowers grow. I've worked to learn these flowers' names, and so I'm learning more about their lives as well. I'm often blind to all but blooms they show, but when I see each slipper, cup, or bell, I often know their names, and that feels swell. With nature's guidance, I write poetry. Perhaps I'll learn for years, but who can tell? And then I realized, oh, it's not going anywhere. I better just... Huh?
That...
The poem.
You decided to end
Yeah.
it. Okay.
It just wasn't working, so I decided that's it. That's enough.
Well, it sounded pretty good.
It's just nothing. It's just not going anywhere. So, yeah, this pizza, it's on the gluten-free crust still, because we were given that for free, which I'm very thankful for. But I just itched that again. I should show you. I have this red rash on. Well, James has it way worse, because I realized there's a few trails that we hike where we get this red burn.
Well, more
At
than
Watershed.
what we used to for some reason or another. I don't know what's going on. Because it used to be the only time that we'd really get it is on Pakistan Creek.
Yeah, but now we're doing other trails that we didn't do before. That's why. So we got it on Vimy, and we got it on Wishbone.
I guess we didn't get it on.
So-
I can't recall getting it badly on
No.
Vimy.
We only get it on the trails that, on
There's
specific trails.
Maybe Thimbleberry, we're not sure exactly.
Well,
what
it
the
seems
cause
like
is.
the thimbleberry, but like I don't know. At first, I was thinking, could this be poison ivy on these trails? But I can't see any poison ivy on the trails where we're.
Yeah, you've.
So,
I've seen poison ivy.
I've been trying to look for it.
There was tons
Right?
of it in Manitoba.
Manitoba,
and
yeah.
Wow, it was scary.
But anyway, so we get these burns, and at first I was thinking, because I'd wear shorts and whatever, and I'd only get the burn where my socks were, right? Or like when I'd wear shorts, and sometimes I'd get the burn up higher, it would be where my shorts were, and I'm like, how is that possible that I'm not getting it on my bare legs, but I'm getting it on where the clothes are covering? And then I thought, well, maybe the sunblock, maybe it's the zinc in the sunblock that was keeping it away, right? But that's not it either, because I've tried not putting sunblock on until much later, and still I get the burn where the clothes are and not where the bare skin is. So it's something that's soaking into the clothing and then burning. I don't know.
So it goes through the clothing, like
but
I was wearing.
It doesn't burn where the clothing isn't, which is weird.
I was wearing gym pants yesterday, and with shorts underneath, like I'm talking about like gym shorts, and where the gym shorts were, that's where the rash turned us. So there was double bagging, and that's what was the worst right here. Below where the shorts were,
No, there's
nothing.
bad.
And then, like I had socks pulled up, and you can see, and maybe not, that I don't have anything in the front of the leg,
Yeah.
but on the side of the leg, above
Very
where the
good,
socks
yeah.
were, and I'm figuring, like all the way around.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing about it, if I itch this, if I scratch it, and then I scratch somewhere else, I get the burn somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's no good. Doing that's no good. So I don't know.
What I'm working with is the possibility that, like the pants were kind of, because the way I have my socks on, were kind of tight here, not moving around, but maybe moving a little bit, so suspecting that where the clothing rubs against the skin, it kind of irritates the skin, and then the chemical moves into that irritated area.
Maybe so. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works out. Maybe it's like some sort of time released burn or something, and if it rubs itself off on the other foliage or whatever, then you don't get it. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so this food that I made for James, it's another Power Bowl pizza, but it's not a gluten-free one, even though the crust is gluten-free, because this Power Bowl is the, I don't know what that one's called, the beef Szechuan or something like
This
that
one?
bowl. Yeah.
The
And
other one is chicken, whatever.
yeah. And so the other one was a gluten-free Power Bowl, and this one is not. This one has some grains, but it doesn't, James isn't eating it with the beef. I took the beef out and gave it to the dogs, but honestly, they put so little beef in these beef Power Bowls. It's very easy for me to take the beef out, because it's like this much, just a tiny little.
I heard you sharing stuff, and Elvis, the
he
smaller
was
dog,
hogging it all.
was hogging it all.
Yeah. And I tried to give it, no, just for Opie, and no, Elvis would zoom in.
Yeah, he's
So
quite assertive and by times aggressive.
And then with these Power Bowls, what I've been doing is putting fresh vegetables on top. But I'm out of avocado for James's pizzas, so I haven't. I couldn't put the avocado on this
It's still
time.
going to be great, but the avocado is excellent.
So this time I put some kale and some cabbage and some.
One of the
peppers.
keys to kale is just making sure you mix it with lots of other stuff, so you're not. Or you make a kale smoothie and knock that back as fast as you can, because you don't want to taste it.
But anyway, so then I put some of the Asian sesame sauce or whatever on it,
So
because
there you go. Or did you
we
show
get that for
already?
free
Kraft
from the food truck.
It's one of the few things Kraft makes that I maybe
That you like it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so I put that, a little bit of that on there, because James finds that beef Szechuan one a little bit too spicy, and the sesame dressing is sweet, so that should work out. So how is it?
It's good.
Good. I'm glad, because this is easy, making these Power Bowl pizzas for James, because he loves pizza, and we get that for free. Well, we don't get the fresh vegetable toppings that I put on for free, but that's great. It sure saves a lot of effort and money to make it this way, so that's wonderful. So what do you have to say about Contract on America now?
I've reviewed it already.
Oh.
And let's see what page I'm on. 316. I've still got a ways to go to finish it. Was that a premature review? No.
You
I'm going
already
to the
read it.
second time. I'm about more than 60% finished to the second time.
All right.
So that's the bottom line of the review. I think it's
So the book is worth going
rereading.
through twice, yeah.
No, I will reread Garbage, but that's it's worth rereading. Not even many things are not worth reading. First time Marx's various screeds, Lenin's. I didn't know John Lennon, but Lenin, otherwise known as Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. That's his real name. It's not worth reading. It's just garbage. The worst stuff I think I've ever read is Mao Zedong stuff. I've actually got some of their.
Well, he wasn't really very educated, was he?
Actually read lots and lots of books. But when he hit, I don't know if it was university or something like that, his colleagues, his fellow students were laughing at him because it looked like Mao's favorite reading was some sort of a Chinese novel about, I think it was Robin Hood types in a forested area or a swampy area or something. I can't remember the particular area. And it was from a ways back, maybe 100, 200, hundreds of years before. And these guys were laughing at him because Mao thought it was a true story. It was a novel.
Yeah.
What a stupid idiot. So he'd write poetry. It was, as I recall, kind of free
Typical
verse,
aggressive
kind of garbage.
propagandist sort
Oh,
of
he's
person.
awful. Well, he's not typical because he's an aggressive leader. He's maybe the most aggressive ever to come along.
Well, a lot of those aggressive propagandists, when they become leaders, they're
Awful.
terrible.
Oh, he was a stone cold killer. He Here's something from Khrushchev remembers, and this is just one example of him talking this way. Mao Zedong talking this way. I think they were at a swimming pool, and Mao thought of himself as a great athlete, at least a great swimmer. And I guess Khrushchev maybe didn't even know how to swim and wasn't very good at swimming. So he might have been lounging by the pool. And so Mao was trying to show Khrushchev up. See, Khrushchev was junior to him in terms of coming to power. And that's the way dictators are, like if they're in power first and then some guy comes along. The first guy is, considers himself the stud. Anyway, Mao was saying, just out of the blue, kind of like, but he said this to other people at other times. Let's start World War III. And Khrushchev said the only possible half reasonable answer. Khrushchev had problems. He was, what's the term? Kind of like manic depressive, but or bipolar, as it's said nowadays. But not out on a limb, just hypomanic, I think the term is. And so what Khrushchev said is, "Are you crazy?" And of course, that's a rhetorical question. It's not an inquiry. What time? How much time?
Lots. 16, 17 minutes.
Well, I'll just finish it up with this. I'll finish it up by. I don't.
You
I
don't
was just
feel like
mentioning.
reviewing.
Well, I'm just reporting what I've done with this book. So, let's start World War III. Khrushchev, are you crazy? And then here's Mao Zedong. He thinks it's not a rhetorical question. No, we'll win. That's how nuts he was. He was willing to start World War III because he figured the commies would win. Enough said. Well, are you commies out there? No, but there we go.